Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another podcast. But today, this podcast is going to be different. Today, I have a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself, my boy.
Dope.
What an
Uh,
introduction. My cousin Madison on the other side of the mic. Josh couldn't make it today. Sad to say, but this particular episode, I promised y'all that I was going to make one for Sunday, and I'm a man of my word, so let's get this started. So we're gonna be talking about quite a few things. Um, let's just dive right into it. You know,
mhm.
what's the first thing on the list? What do we got? What do we got?
Nintendo Switch Lite.
Nintendo Switch Lite, Lite Nintendo Switch. Um, honestly, I want to get one just to get one. Like I want to get one just to get it, but if you already have a Nintendo Switch, there is no reason for you to get a Nintendo Switch Lite. Like I don't see like a reason to like purchase it unless you don't have a Nintendo Switch. But at the same time, I want to get one just to get it. You know?
if you were to be put in a position to get one just to get it, the advantage of getting one just to get it is that, I mean, granted, you must have internet access for this, but like, if your account is on both of the Switches, then your game saves, and also provided that you have like Nintendo Online,
Right.
your game saves will transfer over. So let's say you're playing with your Switch docked at home, like the regular Switch, and you're playing, I don't know, Super Mario Maker, and then you make it a certain way through the story, you turn it off, and then you're like, oh, I gotta go hit the road. You take your Switch Lite, you're left off at the same point. So it's synced up in terms of where you are in games, and also the whole D-pad difference, like it's an actual D-pad.
But my thing is
And
like my thing is like you can already take the Nintendo Switch with you. So
yes,
yeah, I guess the light is supposed to be more portable, I guess. But either way, the Switch is still portable. So why even bother with either or? But I'm not saying not to get it because, like I said, I want to get one just to get one, and it's supposed to be like I think like $100 cheaper than the Switch.
yes, it
And
is.
I think that's the reason why we didn't get a price drop for the Switch. I think that's the main reason why. But other than that, though, I'm just like, I mean, if you're gonna get one. And it's like how I see it, it's a perfect holiday gift for like, little kids and everything like that if you don't want to get them like an actual Switch.
Hmm.
But I would get it for like review purposes and be like, okay, this thing is actually more legit than I thought. And the colors on it, I'm honestly like the yellow one looks very dope. And if they make a solid GameCube purple, I would buy it. No question. I would get it.
Um, okay, if you take a regular Switch and then you take a Switch Lite
Right.
and you put them in a head to head portability only scenario, the only difference is the Switch Lite is gonna have a longer battery life because it's smaller, it doesn't draw as much power, it doesn't have a bigger screen, so it doesn't have to power the whole screen or like the
So
bigger screen. It
so
does have a longer battery life.
okay, so technically they made this for just the portability part.
Yep, can't dock it. Nope.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I guess like you want something that's more portable and easier to fit on the go. Then yeah, okay, I can see it.
It's definitely like a
Oh, they're gonna
for pe- for, for people that already have it, it's just like it is sort of like a flex, almost like a novelty item
right.
sort of deal.
They're gonna sell a shit ton of those. They already like they sold millions of copies of the Switch. And dude, fucking Smash Bros. Ultimate beat the Nintendo Wii U console in sales alone. So you gotta think they sold a shit ton of copies of the Switch already. Oh, they're gonna sell so many different. They're gonna sell a lot of this fucking console, no question.
I'm gonna confirm what I'm seeing here, but on the actual Nintendo website,
Uh huh.
they are providing skins for the Nintendo Lite. And I'm not talking the skins that you put on the Switch and it would damage your Switch after you take it off and it would leave those scuff marks or whatever. I
Right.
think because it's manufactured by Nintendo, and yes, this is a confirmation, there's skins. So I see a Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Yeah.
Persona 5. I see all those skins coming for the Switch Lite, which I mean, obviously, as a Switch owner, I wish that would have been a staple from the
That should have been
regular Switch
that should
from
have
the
been a
get go.
definite staple. But the staple skins that we got for the Switch are mainly Zelda and like Mario Kart. Mainly those two.
Yeah, I see Sword and Shield. Uh, let me. Is there a way to find all of them? Sword and Shield, Persona 5. I assume a Mario one somewhere has to be.
Uh huh.
I don't think I can find any more.
Um.
Tetris, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. I know they're making a Tetris. Then they got like so many different colors to go with it. That's why I'm like very interested to
Hmm.
getting one because one is gonna be cheaper than the Switch, so I'm like, oh, I could easily get it. But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to get this? Do I really want to spend $250 for this Switch? But and the thing is, though, I like the Joy-Con thing that the original Switch has, so I'm like on the fence about it at the same time. So that's why I'm like, I'm like really like I'm iffy on like the whole thing in general.
If I had,
I,
well, I wouldn't do it just because there's other things I would spend $200 on. But if I had
right.
$200 to specifically put on a Switch Lite, I mean, I probably would do it
Oh yeah,
just
I'd do
because,
it.
like, it does seem like a really cool investment.
Like if I'd never got the Switch, I would definitely would get the Switch Lite, no question. If I never got the
Yeah.
Switch, but my thing is like the only reason why I got the only like main reason why I got the Switch in the first place was to play Smash Bros. That was the only reason why I got it. I got Breath of the Wild and Mario Kart and Arms. Obviously, I got those games, but the main like purpose for me getting the Switch was for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That was the only reason why I got it. And I was like, yeah, this game is literally fucking perfect. Like, no question. The game is amazing.
Hmm.
And Breath of the Wild is just as dope, and I cannot wait for the second one. But honestly, when is the Switch Lite coming out anyway?
Switch Lite is coming out September 20th, 2019.
Oh, it's coming out this year.
Yes, in like 2 months.
Oh, shit. Okay. There's a lot of shit happening in September. Monster Hunter is supposed to get an update in September.
Yep.
Switch Lite in September. What else? There's a lot of things happening in September now that I think about it. But Switch Lite, I'm interested. I might get it. Uh, that's all I gotta say about it. You got any further comments on the Switch Lite?
Um, I would it would be a definite no-brainer to me to get it if they keep going with making these skins for it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the new games that are coming out are going to have an advantage on the skin opportunity because the games are coming out, so they have a better like opportunity to say like, hey, since the Switch Lite is coming out and my game is coming out, Pokemon Sword and Shield, for example, I can put slap a skin on the new light before launch date.
Right.
However, games that are already out that you would like a skin for, such as Smash,
Right.
uh, I mean, this isn't like a Nintendo staple, but I would like to see a Resident Evil skin, um, maybe Xenoblade. But yeah, if they keep making cool skins and stuff like that, or even a custom opportunity,
Right.
I'll probably be getting that.
Okay. So that's all we really got for the Switch Lite. Next up, we're gonna be talking about Comic Con, San Francisco Comic Con was it, or San Diego?
Yes.
Which one was it? San Francisco,
Yeah.
or San Diego?
Francisco question mark.
I'm pretty sure it was San Francisco. If it wasn't, then I
It
murdered.
is. It
Okay,
is. It
okay,
is.
okay. This Comic Con was actually very interesting. They had a lot of great panels.
Oh, wait.
Is it San Diego?
Fuck. Hold up. It actually may have been San Diego.
If it was San Diego, I swear I've been saying San Francisco, but I'm like I might be wrong.
it is. It is San Diego.
It's
That is
San Diego.
wild. Yes, it is.
That's
Okay.
so weird. Okay. Okay, so San Diego Comic Con
Right. Okay.
2019 San Diego Comic Con was actually very, very interesting. They had a lot of good panels. Um, they had a lot of very interesting trailers. The Jay and Silent Bob trailer, I'm very hyped for that. I've been wanting to see that. See them make a comeback with that for like the absolute longest. I
Hmm.
believe they released a Star Wars trailer. That was pretty interesting. Another movie that I could say that I'm hyped for, um, Zombieland 2. That trailer was
Hmm.
fucking godlike. Jesse Eisenberg still looks as young as fucking ever. Um, I hope he continues to play Lex Luthor. If they continue that story arc, I highly doubt that they will. But what else?
It Chapter 2. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but for those who are, It
Honestly,
Chapter 2.
when I saw the trailer for the movie, I honestly was like, I low key want to see it just to see what happens because it's supposed to be the last It movie.
Hmm.
What else? What else?
A new Terminator. That's definitely
That
a.
is definitely a
That's
movie I'm
yeah.
watching because old girl is in it, and I think they're gonna have the dude who played John Connor in Terminator 2.
Hmm.
I think he's gonna be in the movie. Um, is that it for that? And I want to talk about the Marvel Studios trailers and shit and their new movies. Uh, okay, so I got the list. Pull the list up. I got the list right here. Um,
I haven't seen this trailer, but however,
what?
definitely a horror movie called Creepshow. I haven't watched that trailer yet, but
I haven't even heard of that.
for the fans of The Witcher, there's a Witcher
Yeah,
Netflix
there's a
series coming
Witcher
out.
net. Oh, it's a Netflix series. I thought it was just a movie.
No, The Witcher Netflix series.
Oh, that's about to be sick. And fucking Superman plays the dude.
Okay.
Henry Cavill or some shit. I think that's his name.
I
He
didn't know that.
Yeah, he stopped playing fucking Superman. And I'm like, "Oh shit, they need a new Superman now." Like that's crazy, but honestly, the one dude I want to play Superman in the DCU, the dude who plays Superman in Supergirl. That's who I want to play Superman. That's he's the perfect Superman. I don't care what anyone says, but I want that to happen. I want there to be a Supergirl movie. That would be sick.
um, let's
Uh,
see. We have I don't know his actual name. Chadwick Boseman.
what's he playing in?
Black Black Panther is, well, quote unquote, Black Panther is playing in a movie called 21 Bridges.
Okay, okay. I saw a poster of that last time I went to the theater.
Walking Dead movie teaser and a Walking Dead
N-
season 10.
Nani, Walking Dead movie. Hold up.
Apparently there's a teaser.
Okay, so I didn't watch all of the fucking trailers. That's why I'm like,
Okay,
Nani. Like,
granted,
okay.
I am on this website looking at a list. It says every San Diego Comic Con 2019 trailer you missed
Oh. Okay, I
From
knew.
Star Trek
Yeah,
Picard and
I
The
knew about
Walking
Star
Dead.
Trek. I knew about that. They got my main man Sir Patrick Stewart in the movie, so I'm like, okay, hype.
Good Place season 3. If you watched that, I haven't. Marvel's Agents of Shield. Um, The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance seems like an alienistic movie. It doesn't look like exactly human beings.
Right.
Batwoman, Batwoman tattoo trailer.
Okay, see, my thing is about that Batwoman trailer. I am not hyped for that movie at all. I'm not. I'm not hyped for it at
Okay, so it's
all.
a movie.
It's a movie.
Wait, wait.
It's supposed to be a movie, but if they make it a TV show, I still won't be hyped for it. Like, honestly, no DC TV show can beat Gotham. I don't care what anyone says. Gotham, Flash, and Supergirl are
Oh
top
yeah,
three.
those are heavy hitters for
Heavy
sure.
hitters. What? DC killed it with those TV shows.
Okay, so
But
yes, Batman is going to be a TV show.
are you serious?
I mean, not Batman.
I'm
Batwoman
about
is
to
going to be
say
a TV
like
show.
Batman. He's supposed to get a solo Batman movie, but the list right here for because I want to talk about Marvel Studios and the shit that they got planned because they fucking killed it, dude. The shit that they
Hmm
got, I'm so hyped. So basically, Marvel Studios they got. Oh, and when Disney Plus comes out, I'm copping it the day it comes out. They said it's like I think like 60 or 70 bucks for like the year, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm copping that, no question. Disney Plus, that'd be my new what was I gonna say? That'd be my new like Netflix.
Yeah,
Honestly, it'd be dope as fuck though, like real talk.
the exclusive DC Universe originals. I think this is the last of DC that we'll probably mention is that they're making a Harley Quinn series, an animated Harley Quinn
Yeah, I
series.
heard about that. That's supposed to be lit. And for
This
Marvel's,
content is unfortunately not available in the UK, so disappointment to those folk. But
yeah, that's highly disappointing. So for Marvel Studios, they got TV shows and movies that's supposed to be coming out like within the next like 10 years. But
hmm
for TV shows, we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, I believe Thor Love and Thunder is supposed to be a TV show, and WandaVision is supposed to I think it's supposed to be a TV show. If they make it into a
oh
movie, I won't be mad at that. But basically everything that's supposed to happen this is everything that happened like before Infinity War, basically.
right.
I think all of these movies and TV shows is everything that happened before Infinity War or prior to it. And the movies we got the Eternals, which I'm hyped for because they canceled it and then there was like, yeah, we gotta like revamp all of that shit. And then they got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which I am super hyped for.
hmm
Uh, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is going to
Yes,
be
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes,
best.
yes.
That's going to be the best movie out of all of these movies, no question. Uh, Hawkeye, I am super hyped for that because I think that's his Ronin story, which is going to be so lit because
That would be crispy.
he was the best character in fucking Endgame because that fucking scene of him in Tokyo was so lit. Black
Him going
Widow, which
rogue.
I'm hyped for because Taskmaster is in the movie.
Okay.
They got Marvel Studios What If, and that's supposed to be like what if like Iron Man was never Iron Man, or Captain America never became Captain America, or Bruce Banner never became Hulk or some shit. You know, like some what if like theories.
Right,
I think that's
right,
supposed to be a TV show.
right.
And last but not least, the number one movie that I am stoked for more than any other movie, Blade.
Oh yeah, Blade. Quit
Blade is
playing.
about to be super fucking lit. Blade, that they're gonna kill it only because of the actor that's playing Blade.
Yeah,
Um, And the fact that Wesley Snipes is like, hell yeah, I'm down with that. Do that shit. And I was just like, there would be no MCU without Blade. So there would be no MCU without Blade, no question. But Blade's supposed to be lit. Here's my question about before any of this happens. I know Doctor Strange, the part two is supposed to be after Endgame, and I think Captain Marvel is supposed to be in the middle of Infinity War or after Infinity War. It's supposed to be either
Wait, what
or.
movie?
Captain Marvel 2 is supposed to be in the middle or after.
Okay.
Um Loki, I believe that TV show is happening because he got the fucking Tesseract in Endgame and it's supposed to be like a separate multiverse thing.
Right.
Hawkeye is supposed to be either in the middle of Infinity War or in the middle of Endgame. Um my question, okay, so Black Widow is technically supposed to be a Phase 3 movie. Technically, it's supposed to be a Phase 3. It's supposed to be set like after Captain America. Like that's the timeline for that. And
Okay.
Hawkeye's supposed to be either they make this as Hawkeye's origin movie or they make this as like his Ronin storyline, which honestly I want it as his Ronin storyline.
Hmm.
My question about Thor Love and Thunder. We have a total of three Thor movies before this one. My question is Natalie Portman is supposed to get the hammer. Jane is supposed to get the hammer. No question. They said that. Jane is getting the hammer. Period. That is happening. My question is, how in the hell are they going to do that when the hammer was destroyed in the third movie?
They have to like, I don't know. There's
My thing is,
because
okay, so
the hammer had to be put back.
right, it had to be. It had to be put back.
They forged another one. But
How?
I don't.
Even if
Yeah.
they forge another one, the hammer's supposed to go to whoever's worthy because fucking Odin he made that shit so like whoever wields this hammer it gets the power of Thor. So when Jane gets the hammer, she'll get the power of Thor. But my thing is, I think she's only going to get it for this one movie. I think it's going to be a movie.
Right.
I would be so devastated if Blade was made to be a fucking TV show. I would be so heartbroken. That would kill me. I'd be like, nah, they cannot disrespect Blade like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, that is not okay. But the best movie out of all these movies will no question be Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. No question. That would
Yeah,
be
I'm very much looking forward
yeah,
to that
I'm
one.
looking forward to that more than any other movie. But and they didn't even talk about Fantastic Four and X-Men and all that shit that they
Hmm.
already are going to get. They didn't even talk about that shit in the panels, but I know that they don't fully own X-Men yet. That's why they didn't put them in the MCU. But Fantastic Four, that is definitely happening. That is like it confirmed. Like, yes, we're doing it. We don't have the actors for it yet, but it's definitely happening.
Right.
But Thor: Love and Thunder, the only question I have is where in the hell is she getting the hammer? I don't know how she's gonna get it, and I don't even. I think that scene where Natalie Portman was in Endgame, I think that was like a fucking scene that was in Thor 2 that they just added into the movie and they just put Rocket into the fucking scene because Natalie Portman was unavailable for Endgame, which makes sense. But Natalie Portman was like heated, like, don't use me and not have it actually be me in the fucking movie. Like, don't do that.
Hmm.
And Natalie Portman was like, "Yeah, I'm done with the Marvel movies." And then Marvel was like, "We'll give you the hammer." And she was like, "Shit, hand me that shit, then, dog. Like, I'll take it." But other than that, Marvel they're gonna kill it the next 10 years, no question. Like they're gonna kill these movies. Like I'm hype. I'm hype for it. Marvel, sign me. I could be a good extra in the movie. Fucking Falcon becoming Captain America is the sweetest shit ever. But
Yeah.
come on now, y'all need some extras, man. Come on, sign me. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready to be. Let me be Blade's sidekick. Let me be Pocket Knife.
Uh,
Let me be Pocket Knife. I'm down. I'm down
mm,
for it. I'm gonna be a Switchblade.
right,
Pocket
right,
Knife,
right,
Switchblade, Butter Knife. I'll be down for it.
right.
But that Doctor Strange movie, the fact that Dormammu was in the first movie and he got put in a major genjutsu was hella disrespectful. But I,
Basically.
I was so hyped to see Dormammu in the movie because he's one of my favorite like Marvel villains, and
Hmm.
I was watching it like, okay, so Dormammu in the movie, dope, but how are they gonna put Doctor Doom in the MCU? That is the real question. Because Doctor Doom is an OG, so you gotta put some respect on my man's name. And Taskmaster being in Black Widow is going to be that's gonna be the sickest shit in the movie, no question.
Yeah.
Taskmaster's too dope of a villain to be like, yeah, like Taskmaster, he's gonna run shit, no question. Like he's such an underrated villain, it's ridiculous. But the fact that the only like crime Taskmaster has done was not be a major villain in the fucking Spider-Man game. Oh, in the next Spider-Man movie, they gotta put Tombstone in that movie. They have to.
Tombstone.
Yes, Tombstone. What? Come on, son. Tombstone is the dopest fucking crime lord ever. Like, what? Tombstone and Hammerhead.
Hammerhead too.
Tombstone could put a bounty on Peter Parker slash Spider Man, be like, kill this man, you get this much money, and everyone's gonna be gunning after Peter Parker because the world knows his identity now. And I'm like, fuck yeah, that's a Marvel, sign me. I can make these scripts. Come on now.
Yeah, he got properly exposed.
Properly exposed. He said, down here, I am perfectly smack exposed.
For anybody who gets that reference, you're a legend.
You're an absolute OG. But yeah, that Spider-Man Far From Home, it hit $1 billion. The first Spider-Man movie to hit $1 billion. Give Tom Holland his Oscar. He deserves it. Perfect Spider-Man, perfect Peter Parker. Fuck Tobey Maguire. Fuck Andrew Garfield.
Oh, I don't know how true this is. I don't like hear it being that true, but like there was like this thing. I was at work and then I overhear like some of my coworkers like arguing and stuff, and I'm just like, I hear them talk about like, I don't think that this is true by any means. However, if it is true, that'd be really silly.
Right.
But they were they were like thinking like if there would be a almost like a shattered dimensions into the Spider Verse cinematic universe sort of deal where Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland exist
That
all
would
in
have,
the same.
if they was to have done that, they would have done that in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie. They did references to the movies, but other than that, like, no, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
Tobey Maguire does not need to be in any of these fucking movies. And Andrew Garfield, he was a great Spider-Man. I'll give him that. But him as Peter Parker, I'm like, yeah, no. But Tom Holland is literally perfect. He's perfect as both roles. But other than that though, Marvel Studios, they killed it, no question. But everyone was hyped for Blade more than any other movie, and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of hyped for it too. But Doctor Strange, best movie. That's going to be the best movie, no question.
yeah.
But
That's the main one I'm looking forward to.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that more than like literally anything else. But
I feel like announcing such a movie like Blade puts an obligation on the African American community
has
to
to,
just rewatch the past Blades and
yeah,
then just watch this new one.
because Blade Trinity was god awful, and Blade Two was decent, but the first one was just hilarious. Uh, like
I really like the first
The first Blade was actually lit. I will give the first Blade his credits, but Wesley Snipes' Blaze was pretty lit. But hey, you seen Alita, Battle Angel?
I have not, but I have seen clips from the movie.
the motherfucking Marshall was literally like, if you look up Alita Battle Angel and you look up the Ali's character, he literally is Blade in the fucking movie. Like, just look up his character.
Really?
Yeah, like look up his character and
Wait, who's?
Alita Battle Angel and look up I forgot, I don't know how to spell his name. Ma- Mahershala Ali, Mahershala.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
who you're
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, now that I'm
Look,
looking at him, I
yeah,
know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah. He looks exactly like Blade. I'm like, yo, this is Blade right here.
uh,
And I'm pretty sure Marvel saw this movie and was like, yo, you want to be Blade?
like AOB,
And all,
like
dude,
real random question. Like, you want to be Blade or
like, you
like?
want to be Blade or not? But my thing is, like, he's a great actor. Like, him and Luke Cage was the sickest shit ever, and the fact that they killed off his character was so stupid.
Mhm.
But another thing is, Alita Battle Angel is actually pretty dope. But I think they're making a Black Panther 2, no question. They have to. What else? What else? Black Panther 2 is definitely happening. They're supposed to be making like 6 more Spider-Man movies, and the fact that Marvel dropped the biggest bombshell, like Peter having his identity revealed like that, I'm like, yeah, Marvel's gonna keep Spider-Man for another like 10 years, like no question, they're gonna keep him. It's just that's genius on Sony's part because Sony can keep getting money from Marvel. Like, yo, y'all want to, like, use Spider-Man, give us the money for him, and we'll just keep piling in this money that y'all giving us, and we'll make these Spider-Verse movies. And that Spider-Verse movie was the dopest Sony movie I've ever seen, like, no question, the dopest Sony movie. But other than that, it's like, yeah, y'all can keep Spider-Man for like as long as y'all can, but y'all gonna give us this money to use him because we got the golden boy, we got the golden ticket, and y'all gonna pay us to use him in y'all movies. Period. The Sony, that's smart by their part, and they can make the fucking PlayStation 5 a lot sooner.
Oh yeah, PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5 is gonna be lit. I don't care what anyone says. That's gonna be the most powerful and best console of all time. But other than that, I think that's it for Comic Con.
Yeah.
Oh, and to all the people that's seen it, Lion King, it was actually pretty good. I recommend
I
everyone
have
go and
not
watch it.
seen it. That was gonna be a topic at the beginning of this,
Yeah,
but
yeah, I was gonna do a
I
review.
haven't seen it, so I was just like, I mean, you could talk about it. I mean, I like Lion King, however, I don't know how I
Yeah,
feel about it being live action.
like the only thing it's like, first of all, funniest shit ever. I saw this post on Facebook. Somebody was like, y'all complaining about Lion King spoilers, but the 1994 movie came out, so why are y'all complaining? And I'm just like, yo, that's actually very funny. But the Lion King movie was actually pretty good. Childish Gambino and Beyonce's voices together is actually really great. Seth Rogen's singing is hilarious. And every time I heard Gambino's voice, I just kept seeing Gambino as the fucking lion, and I'm like, if Childish Gambino wasn't Gambino, then I'd be like, okay, this is like a lot better than I thought. But the fact that I know who he is, I'm like, it's good. Like, I recommend watching it. It's worth watching. I'll give it that. Like, honestly, I can't see any like real problems with the movie. It's just the animated version is like much better. But they did great in this movie. I will give them their credit.
They did great.
Yeah, they did great in the movie. I recommend everybody going to watch it. Don't take any kids with you though. They don't deserve this movie.
Eh,
They
eh.
don't. They don't deserve this movie. They don't deserve it. Period. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it that we got to talk about during this podcast.
I believe so.
If you need to plug in any of your social media accounts, go ahead plug it in.
Um, Maybe, yeah. Uh, I'm not starting now, but I mean, I guess I'll say it. There'll be a stream available for me coming soon, streaming video games and stuff like that. Maybe not the newest video games, but however, taking a flashback, especially to those older games. Maybe not in a speed run because that's the only reason to play old games nowadays is to speed run it. But
Right.
definitely some older games like Resident Evil, of course. But uh, I don't know what the name will be yet. But yeah.
All right. Well, this is it for this podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Let me know what to talk about during the next podcast, whatever comes up. And I'll link my cousin's information in the description. And I'll see you all next time. Peace.